The Apple iPhone is not what I'll be talking to you about today. Instead, I'll be talking about one of its major competitors in the smartphone market, the Android operating system. Rumors about Google entering the smartphone market began in 2006, and since then has become a huge factor in the smartphone industry. In this informative briefing, I'll first tell you what Android exactly is. Second, I'll give you data showing Android's growth. And third, other companies' responses to the growth of Android as an operating system. So what exactly is Android? Android is an open source operating system developed by Google. And on top of it in smartphones, it is also found in tablets, e-readers, MP3 players, and netbooks. But for the purpose of this informative briefing, I'll focus on it only in smartphones. It was announced November 5th, 2007, and the first phone, the HTC G1, was released October 22nd, 2008 on the T-Mobile network. It allows for great customization because it's open source and developers can make their own user interfaces and put them into their phones. Here are three examples of the user interfaces. The one on the left you see is a stock one created by Google, and it can be used by anyone. And the one in the middle is MotoBlur, created by Motorola. It's used in phones like the Click and the Dex. It focuses on streamlining the social media experience seen on the phone. And the third one is developed by HTC, and it's called Sense. The main points of it are the use of widgets in the phone and user customization. Peter Chow, the CEO of HTC, was paraphrased in Wireless Week saying, "There are a lot of different kinds of consumers out there, and they all want something different in a phone." Embracing this mentality for Google has really helped drive sales of the phone, as can be seen in the data. Android had a relatively slow start. As you can see, in February 2009, the only Android phone on the market was the HTC G1, which is also codenamed the Dream. And according to AdMob Mobile Metrics, which is a company that advertises the amount of ads requested by different cell phones, only 1.7% of all ad requests were from Android phones, while the iPhone clearly had a stranglehold on the market at 16.4%. This started changing in 2009, which was a month after the Motorola Droid was released. I'm sure you guys have all seen commercials of the Droid. It's been very popular everywhere on the media. And a month after, you can see that Android phones jumped up to 12.6% of all ad requests, while iPhones also enjoyed an increase up to 27.1%. A big change was seen in February 2010, though, when Android phones skyrocketed to 18.6% of ad requests, and iPhones dropped actually to 21.7%. So it's pretty evident that Android is closing the gap on iPhones in terms of popularity. Of course, when there's such large popularity in the phone, other competitors will have to respond in some way or another. Microsoft, whose Windows mobile platform used to be extremely popular for smartphones, lost over 75% of its market share in 2009 alone, according to AdMob Mobile Metrics as well. Their plans to combat Android and other smartphones is Windows Phone 7, these are all pictures of Windows Phone 7. And it's a completely redesigned operating system, and it's slated to come out in 2010, and they hope that it'll put them back on the map in terms of smartphones. Palm is another company whose Palm OS used to be extremely popular in the smartphone industry. However, they were on the verge of going bankrupt and putting all their eggs in one basket approach, and released the Palm Pre featuring WebOS, which was their newly redesigned operating system as well. This was not very successful, and rumors have just started springing up, starting last week, about them being sold to one of the competitors, perhaps HTC, Apple, or Microsoft. Finally, Apple has been making improvements to their iPhone for the past 3 years since it came out. They just released iPhone OS 4, which will feature multitasking. One of the big things that they've been criticized for leaving out of their operating system, since WebOS and Android have both featured it from the start. Also, they decided to sue HTC on March 2nd, 2010, and in a complaint they filed to the International Trade Commission, it states, "The accused products manufactured, imported, and sold by respondents incorporate, without license, many technologies developed by Apple and protected by patents issued to and owned by Apple." As you can see, all these other smartphone companies are really worried about Android's growth. And it's great for the consumer because it makes the market competitive, and other companies have to improve their product to keep up with everyone else and put out a lucrative product. In this informative briefing, I've discussed what Android is, trends in the smartphone market, and competitors' reactions to the growth of Android. And I hope this briefing has been informative on Android, Google's smartphone plans, and its quest for world dominance.